Put those hands together, share this with somebody right now. Woo-hoo. All right. Welcome to another edition of Real News Talk today with Pastor Robert Carpenter. Y'all like my shirt? I went to the doctor today, and and I just grabbed the first shirt out of my little T-shirt shelves and everything, and I said, I put this one on. I said, oh Lord, and he was like, and that guy needs to be locked up. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun here tonight. We're gonna have some fun. Tell somebody right now. Share this with somebody. Share this with a neighbor. Share this with a friend. At least 3-4 people that you know. Also on YouTube, we want you to subscribe and click like. That helps the algorithm get it going and all that. I tell you what, we're really excited about what God is doing in the earth, even though it seems like it's going crazy around us. I tell you what, God is still in control. And I just want to share with you, I posted something earlier, and I'm going to share it with you in a moment here, where I was on Facebook, and let me go over here real quick to show you what I got here. Show you what I got. Ooh, yeah, show you what I got. All right. So the powerful little word here, it says here, hold on, let's get it, let's put it up here. I want you to read it along with me. Because I've been saying this for years, and we need to be reminded of a lot of things. Sometimes we know what's going on, but sometimes somebody got to come and remind us. You know what I mean? Anyway, so here we got. Okay. Just a few to post. There we go. Now, get this here on the screen here. Home tab. We'll go to. There it is. All right. Let's see what it says there. Y'all see that now? It says. I can't read it myself now. It's too small. Oh, yeah. There we go. It says, when you realize who you are, you will no longer be who you were. Let me say that again. When you realize who you are, you'll no longer be who you were. Oh, isn't that powerful? Oh, my. That's right. Many of you don't realize who God created you to be. And, somebody's made the statement that they said, God don't make no junk. That's right. God does not make any junk. See, I have to say that like that because I got some, my mama, maybe my cousin, some of my cousins who are all teachers, my family, they'll be, what you up there talking that slang for, that ebonics? So you were made in the image of God, and God does not make any junk. Is that better? There we go. He doesn't. And I don't care if you feel like you should be taller, you should be shorter, you should be fatter, you should be smaller, you should be darker, you should be lighter, your hair can be all that stuff. God made you just how he made you to be. So stop worrying about it. Come on, tell somebody, stop worrying about it. Oh, bless his name. Stop worrying about it. And then you won't have those problems in your life. How about that? So here tonight, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be watching and doing just a few minutes, no more than 28 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll be here tonight on our podcast. But we're going to be doing a little bit of expose on bridge builders. How about that? All right. Let's get started here, because one thing we must realize, this event, y'all remember now. Let's go further. Let's go a little bit. There we go. Now, you see that flyer there. That's the most recent edition of it. There was another one that had all the daytime speakers on there, but they took that off for some reason. And there you see September 15th to the 16th in Lake Waimamas, the South Hill of Tampa. Dr. Tony Evans and Dr. Timothy Mark Hill are being advertised as the speakers. Now, I don't know. I don't look at somebody say, I don't know. I don't know. See, I don't know because it was reported to me. Okay, it was reported to me that they're not sure. They're not sure if the man of God, that is Dr. Tony Evans, if he's coming. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? They're not sure if he's coming. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So now you got to look at that. You got to look at that and see, well, what's going on here? What's going on? You see there, so now the flyer we have the copy of the flyer that has it with Tim Hill and then a mystery preacher. It's the mass preacher. It's going to be a secret. Look at somebody say, it's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret. Because as you all know, I told you all last night that I had spoken to the executive assistant for Dr. Tony Evans, Miss Sylvia Stewart, sweet lady. And well, some of you saw the email she sent me back. And then when I spoke to her today, because you know the email was clear, but it was a little ambiguous. And so when I spoke to her today, she flat said, I don't know if he's coming. Now the first call that Dr. Ellis made, the receptionist said, no, he's not coming. She didn't see that on the schedule. But his executive assistant seemed to not really be sure of what was going on. And so because she said the Speakers Bureau is supposed to vet these, for the speakers and all like that, who's asking them to come speak. And so, nevertheless, they've gotten a bunch of information, the same information we've been sharing here with you. So there's no surprises. And so here it is. So that's that. Now, let's go a little further. Now, tonight we're going to spend just a few minutes talking about one of the founders, if you will, one of the leaders and the secretary of Bridge Builders. Okay? And that is Mr. Ryan Sharp, or some people say Bishop Ryan Sharp or Pastor Ryan Sharp. Okay, that's cool. But listen to the thing about it. Because see, here's the thing about it. He is the pastor of River Hills Church of God. Okay, we've all heard of River Hills. There he is right there. Let's put him on the screen. And so, hey, now what you must realize here too is Brother Sharp initially was the worship leader there at River Hills Church of God. Okay? And I understand that, being the music minister and all that, because I am dually gifted. And so let's go through here some of these pictures here. Yes. Bless his name. Hold on. Let's get this over here like this, because I want you to see something. McDonald's, hamburgers. Okay, I want you to see something here now. Hold on. Turn the volume down because we want you to hamburgers. Okay, I want you to see something. All right, there we go. We don't want some feedback now. There we go. So now we want to show you a couple things. Here's a better picture of Pastor Ryan. I'm sure there's one on here. This is River Hills. There he is right there. There he is right there. Okay. We got some more. There's another picture there. There he is. No, there he is. At their back to school bash. And they did that back to school bash in partnership with the Bullard Family Foundation, Titus O'Neill, Thaddeus Bullard, who I'm going to give you some information about that. A couple of things here. Notice the shirts. We'll get back to that in a second. So that's Pastor Ryan. Now, Brother Ryan is his theology is not lining up with the Church of God that he is a part of and has his licensure with. Okay, that's one thing I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand how he can be an ordained bishop in the Church of God, and then come to find out he is not teaching and preaching the doctrine. So he was the minister of music, the worship leader, the music director there at River Hills for a short time, he and his wife. And then somehow, some way, he became the pastor. All right. He became the pastor. So he's been the pastor about 5-6 years now. And here's one thing about it. But back in May 2020, during the pandemic, okay, it seems as if the brother, he started to teach something that's not in the biblical narrative or the doctrine for the Church of God. All right, are you with me? Stay with me here. And so we're going to show you that because there's no, and he started speaking about some stuff that was like, whoa. Now there are times where people can say things, and there's a little ambiguity there. There's a little conjecture, a little all that kind of stuff. But that's not what happened in this case. What happened in this case, he came right out and said what he believes, what he's been teaching. And so something is wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. But anyway, so we're going to get into that. And we're going to get into that and find out what's going on with that. Hello, somebody. As this is, because you can't say somebody lied on you when they got, when you standing in your pulpit saying this thing. Hello, somebody. So, but here's the thing about it. If you want to, if he's done that, that's been about over 2 years now. Why hasn't he been called in? Why hasn't his license been revoked? Why hasn't he been sat down? There's some reasons why for that, and I'm going to share that right after this break. Join Pastor Robert on Real News Talk Today on Spotify. Go to the Spotify app, then click Podcast New Releases. Type in Real News Talk Today in the search bar. Click Podcasts and Shows. Scroll down until you see the icon of Real News Talk Today with Pastor Robert and click it. Click the follow button and then also click the bell so you can be notified of new podcasts. Then you're ready to join Pastor Robert Carpenter II for news, cultural talk, controversial subjects, and special guest interviews on Real News Talk Today on Spotify. Let's go. There I go. There we go. And nonetheless, it's a good time. I tell you what, it's a great time. It's good to join us. Real News Talk Today on Spotify. So search for that. Now, let's go back here. Let's go back. Now, I'm going to play a video. We're talking about Pastor Ryan Sharp, pastor of River Hills Church of God. He started preaching a doctrine that is against what the church says. Huh? So I wonder what that was all about. So now, here we go. Let's take a look right now. As we share this video, you can hear it straight from the what they say, the horse's mouth. Huh? Oh, one moment. Let's find it here. I want to make sure I pull up to the right. There we go. Think this is the one here.
No Church of God minister shall permit any employee of any church or institution of the church, under their direct authority, to knowingly participate in using or verbally affirming the use of a self-selected gender identity that is incongruent with the individual's biological sex. Ministers are prohibited and must prohibit their employees from encouraging or affirming people, and especially people within their care, to identify with their sexual temptation, their unbiblical sexual attraction, or self-selected gender or gender pronoun, which is incongruent with their biological sex engagement, and this behavior is grounds for disciplinary action.
Can a gay person go to heaven? Yeah, a gay person can go to heaven. It's not a sin to have a same-sex attraction.
Failure of a credentialed minister to prohibit their credentialed or non-credentialed employees of denominationally affiliated institutions or churches, under their authority, from engaging in this behavior as grounds for disciplinary action.
There you go right there. Now, can you explain to me, can somebody explain to me, that was in May 2020, during the beginning of the pandemic, where he did that sermon. He said that. Now, that is against the doctrine of the Church of God, Cleveland, Tennessee. Now, let's get one thing straight here. I'm not here to gay bash. I'm not here to lesbian bash. I'm not here to LGBTQ bash. So, for those on the social media, on YouTube and all like that, that's not what this is all about. What it is about is that it is against the teaching of the church. Here's a pastor who has his license in the Church of God, and it's also one of the founders and the secretary or treasurer, whatever, of this bridge builders event. So you have to sit there and say, you cannot just sit there and say, okay, well, no big deal. No, it is a big deal, because that's heresy. Heresy when you're preaching against the doctrine of the church. Now, a lot of people haven't heard it, but there's a lot of folks who have heard it that are in the powers that be, and they have ignored it. Yes, they have. Because even when there was, because, wait. Let's back up for a second. When this young man became the pastor, he hadn't been the pastor too long, and there was something that happened. Oh, Lord have mercy. There was something that happened that I'm still trying to get a handle on, if you will. Because here it is. Watch this. Because Mr. Ryan Sharp, the pastor, he was a little absent, if you will, when it comes to handling this situation. And I've been here at TAB about 12 years now, so I've been trying to find out and do my own research and talk to people there at River Hills, or that used to go to River Hills Church of God, because back in 2015, 2016, and y'all can help me down there in the comments, there was a alleged child sexual assault there at the church. It was actually at a school that was using the church to have their school. And it was reported that there was a young girl that was, I saw, it's like it was in the paper, article was written, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. I want to ask Ryan, whatever happened with that case? Whatever happened with that situation? Because as pastors, we are what in Florida we are called mandated reporters. We're mandated reporters. If we know or see something, we have to go to the authorities. We have to go. We don't have a choice. You can say, well, we're jumping the gun and all like that, but we have to go and report it. Y'all hear me here? And so I remember seeing this article here some time ago, and I'm gonna pull it up here, and then all of and I follow. I don't watch the news, but I follow the news, and let me see here. Let me see here. Okay, we're gonna put this on here. All right, let's look at this for a moment. Let's look at this. This is one of the people from Bridge Builders. This is one of the people from Bridge Builders. Now you heard what he said, huh? You heard what he said. Now, but look at this. Let's read this. Let me go back. There we go. Now, let's read this together, shall we? It says, this is out of FloridaPolitics.com. This is written by Jacob Ogles from July 20th, 2018. A former youth, let's read the title. Youth pastor says Tampa Church, that's River Hill Church of God, covered up sex abuse. A former youth pastor at a Tampa church says the allegations of sexual abuse were covered up after he was fired after telling hires up at the River Hills Church of God. John Lancer. Do y'all know who is this guy? Who is this guy, John Lancer? Anybody know him? Where is he? What's the deal? If he walked up to me at the mall, I wouldn't know who he was. Anybody know who this guy is? I want to report that. If you do, put your comments down below. Let me know. It says John Lancer worked as a youth pastor at the church in 2016 when janitor Louis Lugo was fired for allegedly exposing himself to an elementary school student, according to the complaint filed by Lancer against the church. The suit details that security cameras in the hallways near bathrooms in the church were removed, and the church leadership in February 2016 noted Lugo disappeared in the building. The minor accused Lugo of abuse in March 2016, about a month after the cameras were gone. The victim of the alleged, and I say alleged, abuse was an elementary student at Grant Park Christian Academy, which rented space from River Hills Church of God at the same time, but relocated shortly after the incident with the janitor. Lord Jesus, that nasty so-and-so janitor allegedly bothered that child. Church officials, according to the lawsuit, said it was the responsibility of the school to report the incident. Wait! Church officials. Wait a second now. Wait a second. It said church officials. Well, who are the church officials? Huh?
No Church of God minister shall
Who are the church officials?
Of any church or institute.
Can somebody answer that question down in the comments? Who are the church officials? Anyone? Can I get a witness now? I'll wait. Who are the church officials? Who are the church officials? I'm waiting. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. I think the church officials are that man right there. Huh? Church officials. He was the pastor. So now this is the guy who is one of the founders and creators of bridge builders. Let's go back. Let's go back to the story, y'all. Let's go back to the story. I want to make sure we cover it all. We'll read the whole thing. Anybody know who this guy is? This guy who reported this? Lancer would not abide by that and called a child abuse hotline and state officials with the Church of God. Oh, so he called the state office. Tampa, that is. The local church responded by firing this guy and his wife, who also worked in the church. Do y'all know who this guy is? Where is he? What rock is he hiding under? Huh? Anybody? Look what happened. It said Lancer would not abide by that and called a child abuse hotline and state officials with the Church of God. So River Hills then responded by firing Lancer and his wife, who also worked at the church. Now, River Hills Church of God still houses another school, the Florida Autism Center of Excellence. Hillsborough County records don't show anyone named Louis Lugo being arrested on any sex-related charges in 2016. Also, this guy, the Lancer's lawsuit says Lugo was the father-in-law of an administrative elder at the church. Lancer's lawsuit also alludes to another potential incident where middle school helpers at the church acted inappropriately with a younger child and suggests church officials cover that up as well. Oh, this guy lives in Warner Barbara, Georgia. He's seeking, because he sued them. Anybody know what this guy is? I would like to verify this. This is from FloridaPolitics.com. So if my question is, Ryan, if somebody reported it, and even though it was at the school, it was a school, but it was at your church, why can't we look on the Hillsborough County blog and see Hillsborough County jail blog and see somebody at least booked? This guy, Louis Lugo. No? What happened? So anyway, dear hearts, this is who is part of the bridge builders. I'm going to go back. Let's all go to the old landmark. Oh, bless his name, because I want you to see it. I want you to hear it again. Watch this. Oh, I'm making somebody mad here, but we got to put this out here to find out what's going on. What's going on? Let's watch this. Here we go.
The Church of God minister shall permit any employee of any church or institution of the church, under their direct authority, to knowingly participate in using or verbally affirming the use of a self-selected gender identity that is incongruent with the individual's biological sex. Ministers are prohibited and must prohibit their employees from encouraging or affirming people, and especially people within their care, to identify with their sexual temptation, their unbiblical sexual attraction, or a self-selected gender or gender pronoun, which is incongruent with their biological sex engagement, and this behavior is grounds for disciplinary action.
Can a gay person go to heaven? Yeah, a gay person can go to heaven. It's not a sin to have a same-sex attraction.
Now hold it. Now wait a second. Wait. I got to preach here for a little bit now. Now he said it's not a sin to have a same-sex attraction.
They're credentialed or non-credentialed employees of.
Let's look at this again now. Let's look at it again. Because according to him, it's not a sin to have a same-sex attraction. Well, let's look in the Bible, shall we? And my time is almost gone. I only got 2 minutes here. But let's look in the Bible. Because there was a man, oh, bless his name, I feel something here. There was a man named Jesus. And he was walking. Let me find it here. Yeah. Matthew 5. Come on, let's go to Matthew 5. Come on, Matthew 5. Yeah, come on, Cleveland. Let's go to Matthew 5. Yeah. And I'm going to read from the New International Version of the Bible. And this is after Jesus had taught the Beatitudes and all that. And he talked about the blessed are those. And then he talked about the salt and the light. And then he goes down there and he starts talking about, in verse 27, he starts talking about adultery. And he says, verse 27 of Matthew 8, I'm reading the New International Version of the Bible. It says, you have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. Watch this now. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away, it is better for you to lose one part of your body than lose your whole body to be thrown in hell. And if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body and then lose your whole body to go into hell. So now Jesus is saying, if you look in somebody in your mind, in your heart, if I see a fine sister walking down the street and I say, I do that Miami game, and I do all of that, and I'm saying, ooh, Lord, Lord, and all that kind of stuff. Guess what? Jesus said, I am already committing adultery in my mind, in my heart. So I've got to repent. So now, if this rule applies to heterosexual people, how you gonna say that same-sex people is not attractive? It's all right to have a same-sex attraction. The devil is a lie. That's not what the Church of God teaches. Huh? Get out of here. But he's teaching this. It's on there. Go to their Facebook page, go to their YouTube page, look around May 20th, May 2020. It's on there. It's still on there. Mm-hmm. That wasn't doctored. It's actually about an 8-minute clip because no. But here's the bottom line. This is one of the bridge builders, founders, and organizers. And then you're going to follow something like that? Now, Tim Hill. Now, see, one of the reasons why he's getting the pass is because Tim Hill has an affection for him. And I don't mean that in the sexual meaning. He has an affection for him. And so, there's been times where other things have happened around that church. And, even it was reported to me, because I've been here 12 years, so I know a lot was going on, that some of the members even went up to Cleveland, Tennessee some time ago. And to talk, and nothing happened. To talk about, hey, what's going on with the pastor? You could tell something is going on because there's a video. I'm in overtime now, but there's a video. Oh, Lord, help me. Jesus. There's a video, y'all, where it was during this anniversary back in February. And you could kind of tell that, you know what? There's a little trouble in the barnyard. Everybody ain't happy. They're not happy with Mr. Ryan Sharp as their pastor and what he's laying down and what he's teaching. Now I want you to watch this clip. It's only 50 seconds long. I want you to watch this clip from February 27th at River Hills Church of God. And you're going to see something that is going to really give a sign about maybe everything ain't going like you think it's supposed to go. Hold on here. Watch this.
And this is our church. I've always heard people say, well, that church doesn't feed me. If it doesn't feed you, go where one does.
Can a gay person go to heaven? Yeah, a gay person can go to heaven. It's not a sin to have a same-sex attraction.
Well, that church doesn't feed me. If it doesn't feed you, go where one does. Don't criticize the leaderships. Don't criticize the leaderships. Don't criticize the leadership. Stand behind them. So now, let's shake this up.
You hear that, y'all? You hear that? There must be some trouble in the barnyard because that was on his anniversary Sunday. Now, I was kind of surprised because they're a mixed church. I'm kind of surprised hearing white folks do that because black folks, they will get up and rebuke over the pulpit in the New York Minute. But but anyway, hey, Dr. Preston, he's on the board. Demetrius Preston, he's on the board. bridge builders, you're welcome to come on. Let me know in the comments. I'll bring you on video right now. But listen, this is part of what bridge builders is leaning into. It's not all about no racial stuff because, hey, why would you need to go outside of the Church of God? Remember something. Let's go back. For those of you in the back, this was Tim Hill's idea. He went to Reggie Sellers and then eventually Kevin Cabarrus and others, and they all kind of connected. And basically Ryan Sharp and Kevin Cabarrus kind of co-opted the whole thing. And because Reggie just on the board. I told Reggie, you better watch out. But anyway, and so, but the thing about it is they organized and incorporated March 4th, 2022. But why would Tim have to go outside the church to start a racial reconciliation when that's what you're supposed to be doing inside the church? Kevin Cabarrus said it's a part of the Church of God. However, there was nothing that was approved in this department or anything like that by the General Assembly, and the corporation papers are at River Hills, Ryan's church. So come on, what's going on here? There's something. What the old folks used to say, something in the milk ain't clean. Man, that stuff is rotten. That milk is rotten. You hear me? What I say? So there's something going on here with all of that because clearly Ryan is preaching against the church doctrine. All right. So this is why we got to find it. So now let me go back. He said it's all right to look at somebody that's same sex and and have a same sex attraction. But if Jesus said, oh my God, if Jesus said it was, I couldn't do it. Oh, bless his name. Oh, bless his name. If Jesus said, if I can't do it, with the what's it called? An adultery, it's adultery in my heart. Oh, bless his name. If it's more like that for the heterosexuals, it still means that you can't do that anyway. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you think. That you can't do that. Same sex, opposite sex, whatever sex. Jesus said if you do it, think it in your heart. Oh, bless his name. Oh, bless his name. If you think it in the heart, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if I have an unnatural attraction, if I have that thinking in my mind, Jesus said that I'm already committing the sin in my heart. Oh, bless his name. You got to know that the Bible is right. You got to know that somebody's wrong. Oh, Lord, I'm so glad that I know Jesus down in my soul. Jesus can wipe that sin out of your heart. Jesus can wipe the sin out of your flesh. Jesus, he went down to 42 generations. He walked up Golgotha's hill and he put him on the cross and he died. Oh, bless his name, he died. He died. He died. He died. But one thing about it, I want you to know that he didn't just die, but they put him in a ball tomb. Oh, Lord. They put him in a ball tomb, but he didn't stay there on Sunday morning, early, before the break of dawn. Early Sunday morning, he got up with all power to live right, power to talk right, power to think right, How would I do right? Oh, bless his name. Let me tell you something. You must realize here that man is preaching heresy. Because they got some family members and all that's of the LGBTQIA plus lifestyle. We all do. We all do. Closer than what you think. I do too. But here's the thing about it. Just because I have that in my family and my close friends and connections or whatever the case, does not mean that I bring that now into the church if that's not what the church believes. Now, there's churches that out there believe all that, and that's, you know, you go on over there. Go on over there. But don't bring that into the church. And here's the thing about it, and I got to go. I'm over my time here. Here's the thing about it. Tim Hill and Anthony Pell put out 5 elderly people at Fifth Street Church of God in West Palm Beach, excommunicated them because they were questioning his decision about putting the pastor that they currently still have. This is back in 2017. And he ended up excommunicating them. It's 5 years later, Anthony Pell is suing them and for their property, and he's lying and saying that they're suing him, but no, he's the plaintiff. They've been the defendant. But the thing about it is, when they wrote the General Overseeing Executive Committee for them to, you know, let them be back in the church, Tim Hill said no. Now, they still go to the church, and the pastor, to his credit, Howard Rowe, said, ain't nobody had to kill a deacon, ain't nobody putting them out of church, excommunicating them from church. So as far as they're concerned, there's null and void. But they still got the lawsuit. But he could put them out for questioning. They didn't commit adultery. They didn't commit fornication. They wasn't backbiting. They wasn't doing all this. They just questioned the overseer in a church business meeting in 2017. And here's the thing about it. He signaled for it. That's why I knew he was going to do it. Because if you look at the minister in the meeting, he said, if I have to come back down here to this church, I'm going to excommunicate you. Excommunicate you. And 14 months later, he did just what he said. Now, if they got this excommunicated for questioning the bishop, why does that man still have license? Why does he? Oh, because he's friends with Timmy. He's friends with Cabarrus. He's friends with Anthony. But let me tell you something. Right is right. And if you don't repent, you're going to hell. That's all of us. So Ryan Sharp charges need to be brought up because that's currently what he's doing. And there's another piece to it. And we're going to continue this tomorrow night because I'm over my time. I'm going to show you why he is so that way. It ain't just because there's somebody in some of the family that's like that, but there's a connection with someone who he had preached in his pulpit that same Sunday, who is an advocate for that. You know, again, okay, he's not in the church, but because he this right here, what's that? Money? No, this. How much is the preacher in the window? I think he's worth $10,000. Oh Lord, let me just go and spill it out here. On February 27th, and it's pastor's anniversary, that same video on that same Sunday, there's a video where Mark Williams congratulates him and his wife. But in between that, his guest speaker, Titus O'Leary, Thaddeus Bullitt of the Bullitt Family Foundation. We're going to show that video tomorrow. But he's not a preacher, so he shouldn't have been in the pulpit preaching. But anyway, but one of the things about it, I don't fault him. I don't fault Thaddeus Bullitt because he's not standing in the office of a minister. He's not standing in the office of a bishop. He's not standing in the office of a pastor. But what he did, he gave Ryan, to God be the glory, he gave Ryan a check for $10,000 for his anniversary. He also put Ryan Sharp on his advisory board of his foundation. How much is the preacher sitting in River Hill's office? How much is the preacher in the window? I would say he's worth about $10,000. And so since Thaddeus Bullitt is an advocate for the LGBTQ community. And because he is friends with Ryan and put him on his advisory board, he gave him $10,000. Ryan Sharper decided, well, I want to keep that money coming in. I'm gonna kind of go along with it. No, y'all remember when I showed you that picture of him in the purple shirt? Let's go back over there. I got to go. Lord, I got to go. Lord, I got to go. My time is gone. When I showed you that he was in that picture of the purple shirt, that was the Thaddeus Bullock Foundation, Family Foundation. That's their colors. Hello, somebody. That's their colors. And it's also the colors of, watch this, of the pride, the Spirit and Pride Day. Hello, somebody. Huh? Oh, my. I'm going to show it to you. So here's the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. So that is Bullet, his foundation. He supplied all those tents and the back to school. God bless him, he's making a difference. He even has a school here down the street from River Hills. But right is right, y'all. And again, you cannot blame Thaddeus Bullock because again, he's not in that piece. He's not the one that got the license. Huh? He's not the one that is saying he's a man of God. And so what you got to realize here is that this is one of the people that is heading up bridge builders. Now, you can go on and do what you want to do, but see, a lot of time, people don't know what's going on. But when you know, you do better. Huh? When you know, you do better. I gotta go. We're going to continue this next part. Again, don't forget, you can hear our podcast on Spotify, Real News Talk Today with Pastor Robert. Look it up on Spotify. Also, we uploaded tomorrow an interview with Pastor Michael Jennings. He was the pastor there that he was arrested for watering the grass. Hallelujah. Good Lord, he was arrested for watering the grass in Alabama. So we interviewed him for our podcast. That will be uploaded on Spotify tomorrow. And then also, it will be later on this week. It'll be uploaded to our channel on Roku, the RCTV network. I need your help to continue doing what God has called me to do. You want to subscribe, you have some Patreon. You go to patreon.com /RCTV network. Oh, yeah. I feel a little preacher. If you want to text some things, you can text at 813-303-0151. And don't forget, you can watch us on Roku and Fire TV, Amazon Fire. And if you'd like to donate, there's several ways down there on the bottom of the screen. You can. CashApp is RCTV Networks with an S. Venmo at Rob Carpenter 2. PayPal, the RCTV Network. And also Coinbase. Rob Carpenter II, those who have cryptocurrency. I'm so glad that you joined me here tonight. I hope share this video, put this out, because people need to know. You can still go if you want to, but you need to know that it's not what you think it is. God bless you. I'm looking forward to the next time we can share. I'm looking forward to it, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get this thing going. This is Pastor Robert. I'll see you next time on Real News Talk Today. Come on, share this with somebody. Send a love offering. Be a blessing. Linda, can you feel it? All right. Good night, y'all.